So, I'll just hop right into it. I'll just do the intro. I have an intro idea here.
Okay. While you do your intro idea, I'm eating chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese. And I have literally 5.
I sat down for a minute and I thought of like a full intro.
And wrote a script.
You ready?
Go on.
You ready for this?
Sure.
Alright. Hey everybody, welcome to Rambling About Nothing, the podcast where every week we delve into the art of talking about nothing in particular. This is a space where the conversation flows freely and we cover a wide range of topics, from the everyday to the extraordinary. Whether you're looking for some lighthearted humor or thought-provoking discussions, you've come to the right place. So sit back, relax, and join us as we ramble on about anything and everything. Let's get started.
We need to just take that, find a way to put a video behind it, and slam it into the intro. That's got to be the intro.
Yeah. I came up with 2. You want to hear the second one?
Hit me with it.
It's kind of similar. If I can fix it.
I'm trying to be coy eating these chicken nuggets, but I definitely just like...
Yeah. So, the second one was, welcome to Rambling About Nothing, the podcast where we delve into the beauty of everyday and the seemingly mundane. Each episode will take a stroll down the path less traveled and explore the quirky, unexpected, and sometimes absurd aspects of life. Join us as we meander through the twists and turns of conversation and discover the joy in just talking about, well, nothing. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be entertained by the random musings and spontaneous ramblings of your hosts.
Wow.
Those are the 2 that I came up with. I was at work. I literally can get, so the job that I do, I can get all my work done in the first 2 hours, and the rest of the 6 hours that I'm there, I'm just on like my phone just typing shit.
I'm gonna just assume, by the way, since you said both of the intros, we're already in it. We're in this.
Yeah,
shit
fuck it.
Point. I have a crazy idea. What am I grubbing on? Chicken nuggets. Anyway, going back to the topic at hand. I have a killer idea.
Mm-hmm.
What if I'm telling you, like, I want to take that idea and like throw it in like a video to where we can just pop it in the intro of a video, or like or for like our VODs, we can just do it that way. What if we have that script and have like one of us read a line, one of us read another line, one of us read a line, and then at the very end, like what's the ending lines that you have for the second one? I like that second one. That one resonated with me.
The second one?
Yeah.
So sit back, relax, and get ready to be entertained by the random musings and spontaneous rambling of your hosts.
Somewhere in that, I want to have like both of our voices, like our voices collide. It would be sick. I don't know. This is just a thought in my head. I like that though. Did you wrote that yourself?
I had some ideas and I needed to look online for like words to change it up. I literally was like, what's another word for talking? Or what's another word for like cool? Or, I had to come up with different fucking words and I couldn't think of it. So I had to Google some stuff.
I like the flow of it. Oh my God. Like, honestly, that's really good.
I read those. Like, I kept reading over them and I was like, I have to say it in a certain tone or else it's not going to come off right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have to say it a certain way or else it's going to be not, it's not going to sound like it's a podcast. It's going to sound like I'm reading something from a book.
It sounded really good, honestly. It sounds just really good. Yeah. Especially because you just came up with it. I'm just going to up down the music a little bit. But yeah, it came out really good. Like, damn.
Why is Dev so up my ass right now? What the hell?
You're like a puppet. His hand, your ass. Firstly, welcome to everybody just coming in. If you're watching this live, if everybody is listening to this on the VOD, I'm Uber. Abbyel is the fucking lyricist that decided to introduce us into the podcast. Last time, so the question I was going to ask but I wanted to wait till we started the podcast. Last week, we decided to do a video game tier list. Do you want to continue off of that idea at some point, or do you want to just go back to the old formula?
We can continue it, not today, but another time. Mainly because when that whole fiasco happened with my computer, the tier list got lost. No! So I'm gonna have to rewatch our VOD to see what we. I'm gonna have to rewatch it so that I can see what games we went through to recreate it.
I could just give you the screenshot of the tier list that we got. I have the VOD of it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so we'll have to figure that out. I did have another tier list after that, but we're not gonna do 2 tier lists back to back.
I'm gonna try to be as quiet as I can. I'm sorry if I sound like a fucking. Even for the sound people, I'm eating. This is like the one of the few times I got to eat today. So
I haven't eaten at all today. So
that's crazy. So actually, I'm gonna let you carry this while I'm eating. Your title on your stream is that you're freaking mad. I saw it on Twitter. Do you want to just shotgun it and start with that, or is there something else you want to talk about?
Let me pull it up on my side monitor here, just so that I can refresh myself on the anger.
Because I actually want to talk about it as well, especially with a lot of this random controversy about other things, which I don't know if we'll even get to, but yeah. Because that'll, I'm telling you, like, the thing I'm talking about for anybody who's unaware is the whole LGBT and the whole Hogwarts Legacy thing, which that's just a whole thing that I'm pretty sure I can literally talk about all day. But I say it's in relation because I'll let Abbyel explain it. I really just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm sorry, visual watchers. I'm turning off my webcam. This might fuck around with I didn't fuck around with the names. I'm turning off my webcam because I don't want to keep look so unprofessional, chat. I look so unprofessional. Abbyel doesn't care. I care.
So let me just hop in here and talk about what I'm mad about today. The main thing I'm mad about today, and it didn't happen until like a couple hours ago. And I was like, "Yep, that's what I'm talking about on the podcast." So, many of you may or may not know this person. This person was on TV for a while. I think he was on My Strange Addiction, or some similar show.
Yeah, I don't even know who he is.
I knew who he was. I don't follow him. This just popped up on my feed. And it reminded me of who this person was, and I was like, no shot. I'm pretty sure he was on My Strange Addiction. I'll have to verify that for sure, but I think that's pretty much where I saw him from. Ollie London. Ollie London was a guy who was very, very much into the idea of giving himself plastic surgery to look like a certain K-pop star that he very much idolized. He was from what I know, I think he's gay, and I may be wrong. Someone will probably correct me on that,
or chastise you for it.
Or whatever. This is me here saying I don't know. That's fair. Yeah.
That was meant to be a joke, but I feel like I had essentially.
There's people out there. Yeah. There's people out there. This, I believe, he was a cis white male before, and he got himself plastic surgery to look as similar and as close to a K-pop star. I don't remember which one. It's a guy. It's definitely one of the K-pop singers from BTS.
I would say the only K-pop I really know is BTS.
I'm pretty sure it was from BTS. I think Jimin is the one that he was for all you K-pop stands out there.
Sure, because I'll be real, I'm getting that age where people start saying K-pop, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah. So he wanted himself to look like a K-pop star, and went through thousands of surgeries, thousands of dollars of surgery, to get himself to look like that. 5 months ago,
This is 5 months ago?
he started doing what at about 5 months ago. What his whole plastic surgery thing started years ago. This person, Ollie London. Oh, I'm pacing myself because I'm getting mad.
Calm down, brother. Listen. Abbyel's been going through so much lately between stress and anger. I'm gonna need you to focus, pay attention to your blood sugar, old man. Shit.
Dude, I've been drinking. Trust me, I've been drinking like nothing but water. So, oh god. Okay, let's get through this. He recently made a post. Let me check what day he posted. February 13th. So 6 days ago.
Yeah.
So about a week ago, he posted, and I quote, 5 months since my detransition, happier and healthier than ever. Gender ideology is a dangerous cult manipulating the minds of millions of young people. We must defeat this cult. Hashtag Ollie London. Hashtag detransition. First of all, he hashtagged himself in his own post. Second of all, he hashtagged detransition, and he spelled it wrong. It's not a detransition. Korean is not a gender.
So, before you go on a tirade about it, as an outsider who saw this, one of the things I will agree with, and by the way, before to anybody who's listening, I'm not disagreeing with anything Abbyel said at all. One of the things that I'm observing and I notice is I don't. What does why would you refer to something as detransitioning? That seems very insensitive in its own light. Like, why would, transitioning is going from one gender to another gender. And I'm pretty sure I don't know how transitioning as a whole works. I will be honest, I am just an old boomer who respects people regardless of their gender, race, whatever. I am on the mindset that we all bleed the same. But I'm pretty sure if you transition back from your that gender, if you want to go back to another gender, it's still transitioning. It's not detransitioning. That's such a dumb term.
So I will say, first of all, disclaimer: we're not that smart when it comes to this kind of stuff. So there may be some stuff that we say wrong. If we do, go ahead and correct us so that we can be right in the future.
I have another disclaimer after this entire conversation, and it's probably going to trigger a lot of people. I want to let you know as well.
Fair enough. I will say so transitioning is going from one gender to another. Detransitioning is going from that back.
So it is referred to as detransitioning. It's not just referred to as transitioning again.
Yes.
Okay. I just feel it's weird to just use the term detransitioning. Why don't you just use the word transitioning again? I don't know. It seems it's I'm griping. I complain about fucking clouds at the sky at this point. That's how old I am.
Now, I saw this post and I was like, what the fuck? He must be using the wrong wording. He must be mistaken in his wording. No, in his comments, he's really pushing it. And I was scrolling down. I thought I was going insane. People were like, "You're so great! Thank you!
Thank you!
Oh my god!"
I was about to say, because I was looking at this, there was one hidden comment calling him out, but I'm like, okay. Hidden comments are usually people that are just against him. There was one person. The other 99% were just other people just being like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that you're detransitioning." Like, okay, I'm all for like being comfortable in your own body. Great. Going from is he okay? I do want to ask very blatantly. Is he white? Is he just white?
Yeah, he's a white male.
Okay, so are you telling me that he's using the term transitioning as a way of saying, "Oh, I got this much plastic surgery on my body to look like this, and now I'm taking out the plastic surgery and detransitioning."
He is considering race change as a transition along with gender transitioning.
Okay. Now
he's coupling them together.
I get I understand what you're saying. I don't think okay, I'm going to say it. I understand being like, being comfortable in your own skin, changing your gender and stuff like that. I don't believe that people just have the ability to change their race.
Yeah, it's not. That's his whole. That's why he got popular. That's his whole shtick. And like, I'll get into that.
Like that. Then the only reason that it pisses me off is like it would be like some white guy being like, "Oh, today I feel like being black." No, You don't just do that. You don't just get surgery to get melatonin inside of your body, and all of a sudden you're black. That's not how that works. Like
this isn't fucking Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, we can't be Robert Downey Jr. and all of a sudden we're just dark skinned. Like that's not how that works. And even in the reverse field, like fucking you can't just be black and all of a sudden you be white. Do you know how many fucking black people would take advantage of that to avoid the fucking racism we have today? Honestly. That's just not a thing you can do. Like okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. So I want to say, I looked a little more into this. I looked in the comments. We saw what we saw. I saw a couple of comments on there that were calling him out on it. Like, for example, there's this guy here. Quote, "He isn't detransitioning. He got plastic surgery to look like a male K-pop idol, ended up hating it, undid it, and is pretending to detransition so that conservatives like y'all rally around him and give him money. You're being played."
I don't mean to get very political, but that's exactly, I don't know if it's even, I'm gonna be real, I don't know what's considered a conservative thing or not, but like, that's exactly what it is. Like, politics or not, that's exactly what it is. It's the equivalent of finding a shirt he liked, didn't like it, and then all of a sudden at the end of the day just decided to put it back. Quick question, someone new in my chat is asking me about what the fuck a Rachel Dolezal is. What's a Rachel Dolezal?
No.
Okay, Takata immediately said, "Oh god, not her." Is that like?
So Rachel Dolezal. No. Okay. We're gonna talk about that in a second because that's interesting.
You go first. You keep going. I'm gonna Google that while you do that.
Yeah, Google that because that's if that's a topic that's related to this, I want to talk about.
If it's a fucking like porn star, it's gonna be very funny.
But anyway, I was looking through the comments. I saw one person say that. I saw another person just flat out say Korean isn't a gender. Someone else commented on that one, saying finally a reply from someone without an American flag on the forefront of the profile. Another person says, "Oh, shut up, you disingenuous grifter. You weren't trans. You were and still are an attention-seeking racist." He's a racist, by the way. Another person, "Don't blame trans people for your obsession with K-pop that led you to get your numerous plastic surgeries. No actual trans person claims you can change your race. That's on you, bud. I'm pretty sure your gender transition wasn't for clout, dude. Good thing you dropped it." And then at that point I was already getting furious. I went on his profile to see if he was using this to heighten his numbers. He definitely is. He wrote a book.
He wrote a book?
Yeah, on his page, on his Twitter page, in his bio, pre-order my book, Detransition, a memoir. On Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and Simon & Schuster.
It's not... It's... Okay. It's not... Okay, it's not... Also, hello everybody who's coming in. This is way more active in my chat than I thought it would be.
Hello!
We're getting into really spicy topics here, so my apologies if that's a thing that you're not about, and this is not normally a thing that we talk about on this podcast, but it's very interesting.
Takata. Okay, maybe I do know who Takata's talking about. We'll get into it.
I'm on a Wikipedia article.
Okay.
Looking into it.
I do want to say for those of you coming in, if we do sometimes talk about some heavy topics. So if you need to step away, go ahead. If you need to, if you need to for your mental health, maybe come back in like 10 minutes and we'll change the subject. But
if you're really into it, that's fine too.
Yeah, if you're really into it, go ahead and stick around. But just a forewarning there, this is an adult 18+ podcast.
Like normally we fucking just talk about fucking Magic the
Normally we talk about
games.
Bullshit. We talk about video games. We talk about random shit.
But honestly,
whatever.
This is just like a thing that just caught our attention. This is what this podcast is about. We find something that will catch our attention or pops up on the top of our head, and bada boom.
Go off about this Rachel person.
I don't know. Apparently, so from what
what's her name? I'm gonna Google her.
Rachel Dolezal. Okay, so Rachel, Rachel, and then Dole like the fruit, and then Zal.
Gotcha. Yes.
So apparently, she's a former president of the NAACP.
She wrote a book.
Yeah, and apparently there was a lot of controversy over her race, but apparently she was some white chick that wanted to be black. And I see her picture. She looks like she's barely white skinned, but she honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, she looks orange like Donald Trump. So I don't know.
Lord.
Like I don't know. There's this whole okay, I'm gonna be real. I don't have enough information in regards to this, and I'm gonna doubly be real, Adonza. Why the fuck did you come in here and your first question was, "Are you a fan of her?" Like, why? We don't get political like that. Why the hell would you ask us that?
Thank you for asking it, though.
So to answer your question, I'm gonna say no because I don't know who she is, and if she's a white chick trying to pretending to be black, no, I'm not a fan of that. If I knew her, oh wait, hold on, let me see your first. Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay. You 100% did say that I know her. I'm sorry. I'm a streamer. I don't know how to read. That's what streamers tend to do.
For those of you listening to the audio format, we are referencing to people in our Twitch chat. If you want to check us out, go to twitch.tv/5uber or twitch.tv/Abbyel.
Yes, for anybody watching live or on the video part, the names of the Twitch streams are on my side are under our names. Just type in twitch.tv/ and the name. There you go. Yeah, okay, apparently this is going to be the weird-ass political episode that we throw in here. 8 episodes in, bada boom, political.
It'll get there at some point.
It's crazy that last podcast, we were doing a literal video game tier list.
Yeah.
Now here we are.
By the way, I want to mention the reason that we've been away for like a week and a half from the podcast. We've all been dealing with our own shit. We've needed some mental break time, but we're good now.
Literally, me and Abbyel, the way that worked, like the way that our conversation went last week is I messaged him. He's like, I was like, hey, do you really want to do the podcast? He's like, no. And I'm like, thank God, because I don't want to either. So,
we were both so exhausted from the week.
And I should have honestly been on my regular work schedule at this point, but here we are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
pretty soon we're hoping to get on that back on that Wednesday schedule, the original schedule.
It's literally just dependent at this point if my job will fix my shit, because literally I've been like fucking fixing, not fixing. I've been doing nothing. Like I've been literally. Let me tell you my day. So I fucking get up, I fucking clean my ass and shit, and fucking I go to my work. This is my work setup, and then I fucking go to my computer, checking my shit doesn't work. It doesn't work. They say, hey, does your shit work? I say, nope. They're like, awesome. Have a good day. At least I get paid for it. Like, it's insane. It's asinine. But, I will be honest. I have a very bad thing about, like, listening while reading. So I definitely took off my headphones and was listening very, loosely while you were talking about, everything with,
No, I noticed you took off your headphones.
Yeah, but I was still listening because luckily these are good audio. But was there anything else you wanted to add in regards to that?
Stop being stupid.
Like
it's really not that hard to just, say the right words and
the thing is as well, I think a lot of people like to do things on the internet, especially on Twitter, especially for clout, and it's annoying. It's really annoying. Like there was people being like baity, like they were just posting bait posts just to get attention, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Whoa, back it up." Another one, actually, another good example. You know about this whole, like, you've seen, like, AI videos, right? I sent you one the other day. Yeah. I will say, one of my favorite meme formats that's been going on right now is the whole, like, AI voices with, Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and they're arguing over video game bullshit.
The Overwatch one is pretty fucking hilarious.
There's a bunch of them with, like, a bunch of the presidents and stuff. And then there was another one with, like, Joe Rogan and Ben Shapiro arguing about getting ratatouille'd. I need to send you that one, too, if you haven't seen it. But on the subject of AI voices, you know the voice actor for Dr. Eggman, right?
Yes.
So I've been seeing pretty actively on Twitter, the Sonic fan base has been using his voice through AI a lot, and he very much is against it. Understandably so, because we've gone so far into AI as far as art, kind of, and voices, also kind of, to where it feels like a lot of voice acting is also, and kind of art. Like, with art, you could still tell a lot of imperfections. Like, for example, with the Linkin Park video Lost, you can tell that entire video is AI because of a lot of just the, like, fucking, anytime it came to, like, the band, it looked like their fucking faces were in a Snapchat filter, and then anything else,
or like their hands. I mean, you can see like 8 fingers on the hands.
Exactly. Like you see a fucking index finger. Guess what? There's also an index finger here too. Like that's how that's how it looks in AI art. But I want to actually send you the. It's funny, but I want to send you the Joe Rogan and Ben Shapiro one because the way that their inflections.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about, but I didn't listen to it. I swiped past it on Twitter.
You have to listen to it, if anything, just to see how damn near one for one it is. Like, I know nothing about Joe Rogan and Ben Shapiro. Like, honestly, like, you can get whatever impression you want from this podcast. I'm not political. I'm not an overly political guy. I don't pay attention to the radical left or the conservatives or the fucking whatever. I don't
think either one of us are very political.
Yeah, like
I think today this is the most political we've been.
Yeah, like when something happens involving like our president, I will pay attention to it, but I'm not gonna be like I'm a fucking Republican. Fuck you, Joe Biden. Like I'm not like that, or stuff like that. But there's a lot of factors I look into when it comes to politics. Right. For one, I'm half black. So anything involving, you know, black people as a whole, it hits me hard. Like, I feel like, okay, I want to phrase this very well because I don't want it to be taken out of context. I personally, being mixed, I'm half black, half white. I was raised by a single black mother with a black family. So I feel like, as myself, I predominantly feel like I am a black male. If I have a choice where I have to choose if I'm black or white, I'm going to say black. Not even 100% of the time. You
identify more with your black side of your family than the white culture.
Exactly. I'm glad you understood that because I am very fucking stupid with how I talk sometimes. So when it comes to, anything involving the black community, I'm always here for it.
I mean, I'm the same way. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm the same way with my Hispanic and Latin people. Like, I'm the same way.
Regardless of how the transgender community wants to act, I'm very supportive in believing that everybody should be accepted regardless of how they are. And I say that because of the events that have been happening lately. But to get back on topic, with the AI voice acting, something that Mike Pollock, that's his name, something that the voice actor for Eggman, something that Mike's been trying to do is anytime he hears his voice in like parodies or stuff, and it's definitely not his voice and it's just AI cloning, he's like, get me off of that. I don't want your voice. I don't want my voice there. It is not my voice. You did not pay for my voice. I work for my voice. That is my job.
That's like literally someone's livelihood.
Exactly. And there have been so many people who just seem to not respect that. And it's insane how he has to fight so hard to explain something that should be common sense. Like, I don't know why we're in this age where, maybe it's because they're all fucking no older than 15 years old, but like, we're in this age where we can't seem to respect people's privacy because we can just grab someone's voice and just use it for fun. Like, if you don't care, cool, kudos to you. But when there are legitimate voice actors who, whether they're big voice actors or small voice actors, who that's their livelihood, and they say, stop that, I would think my first reaction is to stop that. I also wouldn't put myself in that situation in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. But I've seen over the last 2 weeks, he's been, I think he's actually gotten lawyers involved in shit too, because people will genuinely not stop like using his likeness without his okay.
As he should.
Honestly, yeah. But it's crazy that we're even at that point where like AI as a whole is starting to get so good. Unless you have like a keen sense of hearing, or I say that, but I can't fucking hear what people say 10 feet from me sometimes. But like if you listen really well, or if you can notice very small imperfections, it's basically to like the common person, it's like, damn, that's so good looking. But to another person who's a little more refined in that, it's like, oh, that was just made in a fucking 3D printer.
Yeah. Man. I had something I was gonna say, and then I just lost it.
My bad. I was a little chatty.
No. It wasn't because of that. You know when you think of something and then something else catches your eye, and then you just fucking lose that thought.
Where I come from,
ADHD.
I was gonna say we call that ADHD.
Yeah. Well, shit. What else?
That pretty much comes down to what you're saying. Like, it's like, stop being stupid, but people will be like, literally, people, when you say that, their response is L plus ratio, and then nobody likes their comments, and they're like, what?
Yeah. Man, hold on. There was another thing.
While you look into that, I guess to give you give a much more refined answer, Danza, I don't know who Rachel Dolezal is, but reading very briefly, I'm not really going to look super far into the wiki unless I should. Like, I feel like, honestly, I'll be real, I feel like the most quote unquote political thing that I've seen lately is the whole controversy with Hogwarts Legacy and J.K. Rowling, which, like I said,
we can get into that in a minute.
We can, but I feel like it's going to take a lot of the podcast. I mean, I guess we can.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes here in a few minutes. There was one thing.
Is this the episode where we just get canceled, Abbyel? Are we
early?
Are we ready to commit to getting canceled before we hit number 10?
Like, we haven't even hit the big 1-0 yet.
Takata said yes. I'm ready to shotgun it, dude. Like, honestly, it's not bad to talk about.
when I saw that Ollie London Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and I did my research and I looked through the comments, I made my own tweet, quote tweet about it.
Yeah, I saw that. That is how I figured out about it. Found out rather.
Yeah, I made my own quote tweet about it, and I said, imagine getting plastic surgery to tell people you're Korean, look like your favorite K-pop star, hating it because of the backlash, getting it undone, and calling it a detransition. Korean is not a gender, you attention-seeking racist fuckwad.
Honestly,
and then I commented on my own tweet, and I said, you know what? I'll talk more about my feelings on this on the podcast.
I'm gonna be dead ass. As soon as I said we're gonna talk about my feelings on the podcast, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. It's gonna be one of those, isn't it?
Someone did comment on my tweet though.
Oh, did they? I actually want to see what they commented. Like, you're gonna say it. I just want to see it.
Yeah. They said, "This is so incredibly fucked up. Imagine actively harming an entire group of people because you didn't get enough ass pads from your plastic surgery."
Oh, I'm sorry. When you said actively harming, I'm gonna be real.
It sounded like they were attacking me for a second. It really did.
Yeah. Okay.
I know who this person is personally. They wouldn't.
Okay. No, sorry. Okay. I'm gonna be very brief about what I'm saying, and we'll get into it later because I think once I start to saying this, we might as well get into it.
Yeah.
People, LGBT, I love you. We're not all attacking you. Please stop thinking that we're all attacking you.
I'm bisexual. I'm part of that LGBT. I'm right at the B.
Like, I'll be honest. I'm a fat, mixed, straight guy. But honestly, I am a hard believer that we all bleed the same. We should all love each other. I want to, my mentality is that we want, that I want this fucking utopia. However, I know it's not going to happen, but I just want all of us to be happy and not be at each other's throat all the time. That was a lot longer than I thought. I'm sorry.
Yep.
So when you said, the point of me saying that is when you said, imagine, imagine actively harming an entire group. I'm like, come on, dude. Because I thought they were talking about you in particular. I'm like,
no.
I'm like,
I got the notification for that comment on my tweet on my phone, and I only got the top half, and I'm like, let me get to this motherfucker. Hold on. And then I saw who it was, and I know who they are, and then I read the rest of the tweet, and I was like, oh, okay. Let me reel back here for a second.
I do, however, think that what is his name? Like Ollie. You said Ollie London.
Ollie London.
Yeah. So I do think that him doing this shit is very bigoted, saying that, oh, it's a detransition. It's literally just you replaced your plastic surgery.
Yeah. It's like someone that wants bigger breasts going to go get plastic surgery for the breast to get a size up, right? And then going on Twitter saying, I didn't like them, and then takes them off. Detransition. You got plastic taken out of your body. That's just surgery.
That's literally just surgery. Like, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, exactly. That's literally what it is.
There's no detransitioning. There's nothing. It's just surgery. It's surgery.
Like, there are people legitimately actively trying their damnedest to literally work on transitioning into whatever skin they feel comfortable with. And there are fucking people out there who are just saying, aha, I'm changing my fucking race. Like, no, you're not. You're removing your fucking whatever. I don't know. I like this comment that Takata said. She said, at least with Cardi B, she took her implants out of her ass and said, don't do this. I'm sorry, out of her ass and said, don't do this shit.
Fair enough.
Very good.
During this entire conversation, I was refreshing my feed on Twitter just because it's like an instinct thing just to press the home button and see what's new. And one of the first things that I saw is Pugberto.
Yeah, I fucking love that Twitter, dude.
It's the Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest.
Fuck yeah. I need to play that game. Did you know?
um,
Actually, hold on. Before we get into more stuff that might get us canceled, did you know that Donkey Kong Country 2 is technically two-player?
really?
Yeah, so you play it like
Well,
in
because
single.
one of you plays as Diddy, right?
Yeah, so it works like if one of you. So like, let's say I'm Donkey Kong and you're Diddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one person at a time. But like if I die as Donkey Kong, it's now
Oh, it
your
switches
turn.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's kind of like oh, there was another game that was like that. I can't remember which one it was. Oh my god. You know what I was thinking about earlier today?
Trying to co-op Donkey Kong Country with me.
I was thinking about that Game Boy Advance Bomberman
There
game.
is. There's a Bomberman Advance and there's a Bomberman Tournament.
I don't think it
I
was
don't.
tournament. It
I don't
might
know
be
the
tournament.
difference.
There's one where you go around an actual like world and there's like a story and everything, and
I
you go find
think
like the kangaroo and all the animals that help you out.
I don't remember which one that is, but I know there is a Bomberman. I'm gonna say GBA. I'm gonna Google it. It might be Bomberman. It looks like it's Bomberman Turn. No, it might be Bomberman Advance. Or it might be Bomberman Turn. I don't know. I played both of them. I can't tell you the difference. And I didn't play it that long.
And Takata, you might very well see us play Donkey Kong Country 2.
Let's fucking
Donkey Kong
go.
Country 2, it was one of my favorites.
I haven't played DKC 2. I've only played DKC 1. I haven't beat it because it's hard as shit. I never played 2 and 3. Was 2 the... No, 2 was the one with Diddy and Dixie.
Yeah, 2 is the one with Diddy and Dixie.
Okay, we should play
I
DKC.
played the first one where you can, if you get the barrel, you get Diddy as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it works in all three of the games.
Well, yeah, but like in the first one, it was just you and Diddy.
Hey, if we play Donkey Kong Country 3 together, can I be Kiddy Kong?
Kitty Kong? Which one's Kitty Kong?
The one that wears fucking like a onesie and fucking cries like a fucking baby, but he's giant
Oh
as
my
shit.
lord.
I just want to say goo goo gaga me ape.
Earlier today, I retweeted a Pugberto tweet, and it was a Mega Man one. Um, oh man, hold on. The song has been stuck in my head all day.
Which one?
It is the. I found it. I found it. The opening stage for Mega Man X.
I would have never. Oh, I would have never guessed that when you're like.
It's stuck in my head. I'll play like a quick 5-second clip for the stream. Hold on.
It'll be for your stream. I know what it is.
Anyway,
I want to play. I still want to play Mega Man 8.
Oh, yeah, Mega Man 8.
The fucking goofy ass voice acting.
Where's that thing? Where's Did you see? I'm just super quick before we get on to this other topic. For those of you that are fans of the Atomic Heart game coming out, or has already come out, did Atomic Heart already come out?
What is Atomic Heart? Remind me again.
Atomic Heart is the Russian version of Fallout. Atomic Heart. Oh,
that tells me nothing.
It comes out in like 2 days.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
It comes out in 2 days. I need to pre-order it. I'm really excited for Atomic Heart. But for those of you that are excited about Atomic Heart, did you see the came out on the, I think it was the 14th. There was a trailer, like a live action trailer with Jensen Ackles in it as the main character. Do you know who Jensen Ackles is?
If you ask me about a celebrity, Abbyel, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna say no.
Jensen Ackles is the guy from Supernatural.
I haven't seen Supernatural actually. I've seen
like the first 2 seasons.
Hold on, is Supernatural the show I'm thinking about? If it is
the one where it's 2 brothers from Kansas.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a funny story about that. And actually, no, I'm not telling that story on stream. No, I haven't seen it.
It's really good, and it's live action, and people are like blaring about it. It's got like right now it's sitting at 20.6 million like views on that fucking tweet. Um yeah, it's Jensen Ackles on that is amazing. He really fits into the I just wanted to say that because I saw that when I was at work today and I was just scrolling through Twitter and I was like, "Oh, this is badass."
Can I old man rant for a second? Also, your noise gate ate like half of that.
Yeah. I turned it off on Discord.
Oh, that's weird because I definitely ate half of that. That's weird.
Oh, I turned it on? Whoops.
Can I old man rant for something about because I heard something that you said.
Yeah.
Completely random, and this doesn't even really need to be talked about. I think Twitter views is the dumbest update that's ever come up.
It is. It's very dumb.
Because
but it helps a little bit.
No, it doesn't. And people look at the views because they'll be like, "Wow, 10,000 views, but nobody's liked the tweet. What the fuck? Like, who the fuck cares? You didn't care when people weren't looking at when you did know the views. Who the fuck cares now? Shut up."
Yeah. Like, to me, I say that it helps a little bit for like small people like me. Like, I have a small Twitter, so I can see where my views are going, and I can go with that. But if I was a big channel, no, it doesn't it doesn't really fucking
I'm not
matter.
a big channel. I don't think I give a fuck. Let me tell you why people care about views. They go to fucking like Elon Musk's Twitter. They reply something. They reply to some shitty fucking meme. And they're like, what the fuck? 25,000 people watched this, but nobody liked it? You know what that fucking tells you? You're not funny. That's all it tells you. Like, literally, people get hung up on views. This is why it's literally just asks, should everybody be a YouTuber? And the answer is no. Everybody should not be a YouTuber. And that's what people think with these fucking shit memes that they post. Anyway, I'm rambling about nothing.
Oh, Jesus. Let's get into.
Are we?
Do we want to?
We really want to get into this spicy
I mean,
stuff?
we're already here. Let's fucking talk about Hogwarts.
Okay. So firstly, let's get the soft part of this out of there. What are your thoughts on it? I haven't played it yet. What are your thoughts on it?
I've played it. I can tell you exactly how many hours I have. 23.5 hours on it so far.
You've played it a lot.
Yeah.
Spoiler free potentially, because
spoiler free.
Because
I will say, I'm gonna say a couple of the good things. I'm gonna start off with some of the good things. So far, I'm 23.5 hours in, and I'm only 19% done with the game.
You've been exploring.
Yes. I've been. I'm not going to give any context to the quest, to the story, or anything. But when you do your main mission, there are a set of side missions that pop up all over the world that you can reach, right?
Makes sense.
I grab all those side quests, and I do all of those. And then I go on to the main quest. I'm a fucking completionist when it comes to games like this. It's amazing. It keeps my fucking brain focused. There's always something to do. It keeps it fun. I haven't run into any glitches, although my game crashes a lot, and I actually think I figured out why my computer's been doing that. I messaged you about it. I opened up my Control-Shift-Escape, so my task manager, to figure out...
Wait, you open you can do that? You can open Task Manager like that?
Yeah.
Oh! Go on, sorry, I'm just fascinated. Anyway.
So, I open up my task manager, I look at my performance tab, and then at the very bottom of the performance tab, there is an open resource monitor. I open that up and I take a look at both my performance and my resource monitor, and I take a look at what's going on. I realize that my computer is using 20 gigabytes of RAM out of 23 while I play video games. And I'm sitting here like, I figured out my problem.
So it's just a straight upgrade you need.
I've already got the RAM coming.
Shit,
I ordered 128 gigabytes of RAM. Because I'm not dealing with any more fucking RAM issues.
Bro, hold on. Going on that subject, you should have heard Abbyel. Abbyel was messaging me in Discord being like, I don't know why my computer's fucking up. I don't understand. It just doesn't make sense. I'm not even doing anything. And then fucking one day he messages me, he's like, I figured out the issue. It's the RAM.
You don't understand. For those of you listening, you don't understand. I've built this computer from the ground up since 2012. I've had this computer. It started out as a gift from a friend that lived in Japan.
Japan.
He sent me a $500 computer, and for the time, that was perfect. I can play League, I can play PUBG, I can play Overwatch, all the games that I wanted to play. I can play it fine at medium settings, perfectly fine. And from then on, I upgraded, and I still have, I believe, there's one hard drive in here from the original that has stayed in here since the original PC. But when my computer acts up, I freak out because I'm just like, what's wrong? What is it? You're my baby, please.
He really does. He really does. He basically fucking caresses it, starts crying, and messages me on Discord.
But the main reason for that, aside from the fact that I've had this for so long and I've built it and I've taken care of it since forever, is it's my only source of entertainment when I come home. I don't have a TV in my living room. I don't have a couch.
That's fair.
All of my shit is right here. I have 3 monitors. I can put Netflix here, a video game here, and I have my Discord over here. I hang out with my buddies, watch some Netflix, play some video games. My Switch is hooked up by an Elgato. You know, I can do everything here.
That's crazy. You need to just move to Texas.
I'm trying. Yeah, back to the game. Hogwarts Legacy. It's fun. It's got a lot of stuff in it. There's a lot of customizability. It has a lot to do. There's a lot of achievements. There's like 45 achievements in this game, and that's before DLC.
Before you go to that, you're saying DLC for the game?
Yeah, there is DLC for the game. Yeah.
Is there? Because I was
as of right now, it's just cosmetics.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like in-game DLC.
Yeah. There as of right now, there is like I have some DLC here. There's a hat. There's a whole pack for like a dark arts kit where you get a mount and some extra stuff. And then there's the pre-order bonus where you get a hippogriff.
Gotcha.
But there will be DLC, like actual content DLC.
Actually, if I can have a nerd moment for a second.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's been said that there is no plans for DLC as of right now.
What?
Yeah.
I saw a tweet saying that there was at least one DLC in progress.
Well, apparently there's no like game DLC planned for it as of yet.
Okay.
That might change.
Well, either way, from what I've played, 23 hours in, 23 and a half hours in, there is room for DLC. I can see it. Like you can tell there's room for DLC.
Potentially, yeah.
Now the bad.
Okay.
There's a couple of things here and there that could use some work. For instance, there is when you create your character, you can change how your character's voice sounds. And if you change it even a degree, it sounds like a robot talking through a fan.
That's true. I will. Okay, so one of there's only a little bit that I've seen of the game. I've seen very bits of the beginning, like not like story wise, just like gameplay wise, and like the customization. I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna let you go back to your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hogwarts Legacy. They did black people hair right. God damn, if you look at fucking dreads in that game, it looks good. It looks so good. Anyway, that's
I will say, there's a main like friend character that you meet in the game, and she's from I think she's from Uganda, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I think she's from Uganda. She's from a wizarding school in Uganda. And she, when you talk to her, she references like actual magic from Ugandan culture or African culture and stuff like that, which I thought was really fucking badass.
That's it.
Like she referenced the fact that people over there don't use wands. They just have magic. They just do magic. They don't use wands. It's all natural. You're just born with it and you do it.
That's so
and her hair, you mentioned the hair, and the first thing I thought of was like, wow, yeah, they did really do.
Bro, I want to play this on PS5
right.
because goddamn, graphically that game looks great.
It's amazing. Like, if my computer would stop shitting the bed, when I did play it the first time, I ran it max. It's pretty. It's so beautiful. But anyway, the voices, I really wanted to change my character's voice, but it sounded like a robot going through a fan. It sounded so bad. They said that they were going to fix that, but I haven't heard that. When the game came out, that was one thing that they said, and they haven't said anything since. There is a couple of issues with the tracking in the game. There is an option in the game where it'll help aim your magic bolts or whatever that you use at enemies or items that you want to aim at, and it'll help you be like, it'll highlight like this is the one you're aiming at, and it'll auto assist to aim at that. If you turn that off, it'll still do it. You turn it off and it'll still like switch over to something that you don't want to hit. So I'll be sitting there trying to hit an enemy, and then my bolt goes off to the left and hits a fucking like pot that's in the way. I'm like, why? So the combat can get a little frustrating. I will say that having your combat magic and your just like assist magic, like levitating things or chain or moving things aside or whatever, it's all in the same hotbar, and you only get four. You only get four things on your hotbar. So I'll be sitting there. I'll try to cast like a fire spell, and it'll end up casting like fucking Wingardium Leviosa, and I'll be levitating a dude, and I'll be like, that's not what I want, because you can't make two separate hotbars, or the game doesn't have an option to have a combat hotbar and a I'm just walking through the world doing side shit hotbar. It's just one hotbar, and it gets so annoying. I don't like that. If I could change that, that is one thing that would change. Please let me have more than four, so that way I can have my first four be my attack shit, and maybe another four for like assistance shit. I need that. I can't just have one be fire, two be lift, three be like stupefy, and then like four be fucking Wingardium Leviosa. I can't do that. I have to look at the game now.
Well, you looked that up. Takata. So I'm not sure if you know about Hogwarts Legacy. This actually takes place in the past. Like
it takes place in the 1890s.
Yeah, 1890. So I think it's about 100 years before the events of the mainline Harry Potter, right?
No, I think Harry Potter takes place in the 70s.
Oh, I thought it took place in like modern day.
Actually,
so almost 100 years, regardless.
Look it up.
So that predates Voldemort.
It's from 1991 to 1998.
Okay, so about 100 years. So it predates Voldemort and Tom Riddle and all that.
The entire Harry Potter series is set from 1991 to 1998, aside from the opening chapter of the first book, which takes place on November 1st, 1981. And the epilogue of the seventh book, which takes place on September 1st, 2017. So it stretches from 91 to 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really all I got to say about the game. Overall, it's a decent game. There's not actually anything game-breaking about it that I've experienced so far.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. I wish there was a multiplayer to it. I kind of want to run around the Hogwarts world with my friends and go kill giant toads and shit. Like, and fly brooms together and shit. I was hoping there would be a multiplayer. I was really hoping there would be a multiplayer of some sort.
That's fair. But Abbyel,
that's all I really gotta say.
But Abbyel, for you playing the game, you're a bigot and you shouldn't be purchasing it and all this shit, you know?
Yeah, I'm so bad. You know what I gotta say to that? So all of this stems from Twitter, right?
It does. And honestly, I'm gonna say one thing that I think, maybe I'm fucking bugging, but I think that these people that act like this on Twitter just don't exist in real life. I'm gonna be real. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying that they're only virtual, but like they don't do this shit about Harry Potter. Like, they might do this. Like, I'm not saying that the LGBT does not defend, the LGBT IRL, but they don't fucking get mad over fucking Harry Potter or a video game at all in real life. They fucking that doesn't exist.
What I gotta say to that is, you're fighting about a game that you think is giving royalties to a person that is it is true. She is very much anti-LGBT.
And she's very good. We will 100% stand by that.
Yeah, I hate J.K. Rowling. Unfortunately, Harry Potter as a thing, Harry Potter itself has been there for me since I was a kid. Like, it's been a thing. I love the Harry Potter universe. Fuck the person that created it, but I like the Harry Potter universe.
But Abbyel, why do you still like this thing that you liked as a child? You're just this fucking dork that you still like this, and even still, you're just a bigot and transphobic for wanting to purchase this game. It's
now what I have to say is, the people that say that, they're on Twitter, right? Yeah. They're saying this on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't those same people saying the same thing about Elon Musk, who now owns Twitter, who has openly said on his tweets that he is against gay people and he is against all of the shit that they stand for, and he thinks man and women should be married rather than man and man or woman and woman? Like, why are you talking about this game and you're sitting on this platform providing money and royalties to a man who has the same ideals as the person you're trying to not give royalties to for Harry Potter?
Do you know how many of these people I've seen that are very anti, they're trying to, like, I'm gonna just call it what it is, bullying people for wanting to buy this game, but they're Twitter Blue users. So telling people not to spend $60 to support J.K. Rowling, like, they will spend like $8 to $11, whatever the fuck it is now, to buy Twitter Blue for Elon Musk for a platform that I'm going to say it as well, for a platform that he is just destroying slowly.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't understand why people want to, like, pick and choose their energy. They fucking, this is like the same, J.K. Rowling already got her money with, exactly, but people don't care. These are the same, okay, I'm going to say a lot of shit. That might get me canceled. Now, I'm going to preface this with saying this, and you can choose to believe me or not. I don't care what you... I'm also say this. I don't give a fuck what you think. I know what I am at the end of the day. I am a big supporter of the LGBT. A lot of my close friends are somewhere in the category of the LGBTQI and or A. So, just through that alone, I would be a bigot by not supporting my friends and the community as a whole. I've also, I've also straight up said trans rights on my stream. So if I say that and I go double and I back down from that, I would be a bigot in that, right?
Yeah.
Why? Fuck, I said all that and I fucking forgot what I was gonna say. Give me a minute. Hold on. Give me a minute. I really fucking forgot what I was gonna say. I fucking amped up myself so hard and I forgot. Yeah, okay, no, I got it. So, yeah, we're giving money, we're giving money. People have been told constantly again that J.K. Rowling has already gotten her money through, the royalties just because of the fact that somebody came up one day and was like, hey, we want to make a game based off Harry Potter. Can we do it? She probably said yes, or somebody said yes, and they paid her an certain amount here. But they think that making this game making so much money is going to add more money in her pocket. It wouldn't matter if it sold 1 or 1 million. It really didn't. Right. People don't want to do that, and they want to be sheep about it. And she also hasn't said anything about the game. She's too busy. Honestly, I don't even look at her tweets. I look at people quoting her tweets. She's too busy about her mindset in order to talk about the game that's being made and is already making a bunch of money because people are buying it. Honestly, it's probably got more popularity because of the fact that people want to own the libs rather than the fact of everything. I don't understand why this community, who is so is trying to get support about this thing, wants to go out and mass mass witch hunt people that are playing the game. And this is the same community where people were getting hate rated by bots on Twitch. They want to practice the same practice towards other people. Why? Where does the line draw? 2 rights don't make a wrong, but for some reason, I'm not saying it's just okay. I'll also say this: this is not just specifically the LGBT community. Any community. Why is it that when it's all right for said community to do anything, but when that same thing happens to them, it's not wrong? At one point, people have to understand that you can't be the one doing the wrong, but then get upset when the wrong's done to you, right? I don't understand that. Am I I know I'm rambling a lot.
No, you got it.
Because
will say,
yeah.
Sorry,
no, you're good. I was going to keep going if you didn't stop me. So go off real quick.
I will say now. Yes, J.K. Rowling did get royalties for this game and whatnot. But I will say the company who made the game, Portkey Games, they have a statement both on their own website and the game's website that says J.K. Rowling was not involved in the story making or creating of this game.
On top of that,
her team was, and her team is a completely separate set of people who are actually LGBTQIA plus supportive.
On top of that, that same the developers of the game even stated that even going into this, they weren't aware of J.K. Rowling and her views on everything. And I'm almost certain that a lot of people did not know that as well. I'll be honest. I didn't really know that. Okay. I didn't know that she was she was so bigoted, right? So when this whole thing got jumped on everything, and people when the way I first heard about it was when people were talking about originally if you're playing Hogwarts Legacy, you might as well unfollow me now, or I'm going to block you, because if you're supporting this game, then we're not friends. You're gonna kill an entire friendship over a fucking video game.
Yeah.
I would that's like Abbyel saying that to me or me saying that to Abbyel. At the end of the day, if a friend's telling you that, they were friends with you to begin with.
Shit, I pre-ordered the game.
Do you know?
If anything, all these people saying shit, don't buy the game, don't do it, you're supporting her. I bought it. I pre-ordered. It made me want to pre-order it more because I just want to play the game.
Do you know how many people on Twitter? Okay, I I'm gonna say it. It was very funny when people were saying that, and then all of a sudden they're like, "I pre-ordered 4 copies." Like, come on, dude.
I pre-ordered 1 and 3 for my friends.
Like, all you're doing when you're being like, do people not realize that when you're being an asshole, it's gonna make you want to be an asshole back, and then you get mad, and then what are you gonna do? You're gonna do fucking nothing. Honestly. Like, what are you gonna? Unless you're literally my financial advisor, don't tell me what to do with my money. But at the same time, you're not going to call me a bigot, which I know I'm not, for playing a game that I want to play. That's like me saying, like, I want to play Destiny. I'm throwing a game out of my ass. That I wanted to buy the next fucking... Or not even Destiny, how about this? That I wanted to buy the next Call of Duty, but I was told, don't buy that! If you buy that, you're a bigot for supporting Blizzard! And I bet you play Overwatch. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, people can say it's the same thing about, like... oh, you're playing League of Legends? You know, they can say the same thing because, what was it? A couple of years ago, Riot Games was outed where the main boss of a certain portion of Riot Games would like to promote friendly. Oh God, what's the word? To keep everybody like being friends at the workplace,
yeah,
and like working there, like the main boss would like grab ass for like mainly to women, or like fart in guys' faces. Like he would actually do that. Like, and then there was a big meme about it. About saying, man, they really over there farting in each other's faces while League of Legends is just getting glitch after glitch. Where's the patch? You know, things like that. Like,
listen, there's a difference between it being funny and then just straight up being crude.
Yeah, like it's the same thing.
Like, I was watching a YouTuber where he was jokingly like saying, "You like your bros? Go over there and grab your bro's ass." And I'm like, that's funny. But if you're talking about like, oh, a whole company, all they're doing is playing grab ass and farting at each other's face, I'm like, come on, dude, that's fucking disgusting.
Well, I think it was like specifically the like the bugs and the part of their gaming department that takes care of bugs and stuff like that,
or like bug fixes and stuff like that.
The head of that was the guy that was like going around everybody's desks and like playing grab ass and like farting in their face and going, haha, it's funny, right? We're friends. I'll catch you for lunch.
That's where I would be like, I don't fucking know you. Don't touch me like that.
Yeah. If I was working at ACT and someone did that, they're getting socked in the mouth.
Yeah, there would be hands. Honestly, I feel like that would happen, and then people would just be like, "Stop it! Don't do that!" Like I can already paint the picture in my fucking head.
Yeah. There was a guy I remember.
Before you go into that, I just want to go a quick thing. The moral of the Hogwarts Legacy thing: do what you want. Don't get bullied into doing what you don't want to do, and please don't fucking kill each other. Well, go off.
Yeah, no, I'll say the same thing. If you want to play the game, play the game. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. It's a fucking video game. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, honestly.
But no, that little story about the Riot Games farting in each other's faces just reminded me of something that happened at the call center that you and I used to work at a long time ago. I believe this was after you had left. It was pretty close to the end of when I left.
Which time? Because I've been there a few times. Was this when I was in sales?
This was when you were on the other side of the building.
Other side? I don't know which. Were you on the left side or the right side?
So when you walk in,
mm-hmm.
I've always worked on the right side. I never worked on the left. So you were on the left side.
Oh, this was on like the last time I was working there. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was this jar that we had at the front desk.
The cum jar. I know what you're talking about.
There was a jar that we had that we sat at the front desk that was for dropping money because I believe someone was going through some cancer thing. I don't remember if it was on our side or the front desk, but we had it mainly on our side because the person that had cancer worked on our side. No, it wasn't cancer. Someone was having a baby and they were having complications in the hospital.
I see.
The jar would sit on my manager's desk because the person who was having the baby was on my team. My manager would make sure that nobody takes the jar. And people would drop in. Hell, I dropped like $50 in there. I dropped some money in there. A couple of days later, one of my bosses told me, my manager told me, hey, before you leave, because you're the last one out, go put this in the office by the training room. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. On my way out, I go to put it in there, close the door, clock out, leave for the day, go home. The next day, I get called into an office, and people are telling me, did you steal it? When was the last time you saw it? I was like, what do you mean? I can show you where it is right now. I take him over to the office. There's this drawer that had a lock on it. I was like, it should be in there. The drawer was open when I walked in here. I put it in there. I closed the drawer. It auto-locked, so it shouldn't have been stolen.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't have the key. I'm not authorized to have a key for this. Nobody has a key in this fucking building for things like this. So big boss gets a key, opens it up, no jar. My manager stole it and pointed it at me. My manager stole $6,000.
That's so much.
And pinned it on me because I was the only non-white person working on that side of the fucking building.
Huh. I was just about to ask, who did you piss off? But you know what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't fucking stand people, dude. Honestly, you know what? Can we just have a world reset, dude? I'll be okay.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with the next 30 years of my life? Can we just reset? I'm okay.
Like, for those of you on stream, my ring light may make me look like a brunette white man with a beard.
I don't know about brunette.
But I am definitely not white.
No,
I get blamed for a lot of shit that shouldn't be my fault.
He's definitely not white, I promise. I could promise y'all that. I've known him for long enough.
I'm a lot tanner. Yeah, the ring light's washing me out.
You making yourself look white.
Yeah.
But honestly, it pisses me off. Like, one of the things that I'm glad about working at home is that I don't have to deal with other people. But I'm tired of people pitting people judging people because of race, gender, shit like that. Like, it's so cringy when I was working at ACT about how people would act around women. It doesn't matter who they were. Like, it's so cringy, dude. Like, it's so cringy. Like,
another thing that situation reminded me of was, I think I told you about this story when I was working at Foot Locker.
Mm-hmm.
I was working at a Foot Locker factory that was the distribution point. I started there as I started there in unloading, so taking the boxes out of the trucks, out of the semis, putting them on a conveyor belt so that they can go down and get scanned.
Cool.
I worked that for a couple of weeks. And your goal is to hit 3,000 boxes a day. I would always hit over my limit, because if you go, I think every 500 boxes you go over your limit, you get a bonus on your paycheck. So I would fucking work it, and I would get close to like 8,000 boxes a day because I needed that extra money. So I'd be working my ass off. I did it so well.
People are gonna hear 3,000 and they're gonna be like, "Damn, that's a lot." I promise you, with the tools that factory had, it's a lot easier to accomplish a lot of your.
Oh no, we didn't have any tools.
Okay,
we didn't have any tools. We just walk into the semi and fucking our hands are our tools.
Oh, okay. I mean, like the fact that you're loading a semi. I mean, there's multiple people to probably help. Like, is it? I mean, multiple people loading.
We're unloading.
Oh,
we're
unloading. My bad.
Semi.
I worked. Fuck. I don't know. My department, I just had to fucking put shoes in a box.
Yeah, in the Foot Locker department, there is a department where you just put shoes in a box and then you send them out in the line. I was working in the department where it was big cardboard boxes. The semis come, they back up. You have a conveyor belt. You walk in, or you open up the shipping container, and then you just start putting boxes on a conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt takes it, scans an ID on it, and takes it down the line to the people who unbox those. And then inside those boxes are either shirts, shoes, whatever, Foot Locker.
Yeah, Foot Locker bullshit.
I worked at that so well. They were like, "Hey, we want to give you a raise and bump you up to the next spot in this." I was like, "Okay, what do you want me to do?" They stuck me on palletizing, which is there's a pallet. You take those boxes that were coming out of the semi, and you put them on the pallet. And you have to arrange them in a way so that when the forklift comes and gets it, it doesn't fall off. So, and they give you this like computer wrist thing that kind of looks like a Pit Boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing that, because you were saying that it just scanned it for you. I'm like, yeah, I had to manually scan it. That's what you use as well.
Yeah. So they give you something that's like a Pit Boy with like a finger scanner. You press the button, you scan it, and you put it on a pallet. Forklift takes it. I was doing that so quick because I was already used to putting fucking boxes on shit. Was doing that so quick. About a month later, they were like, "Hey, we noticed that you have a forklift certification and you seem to be doing this job pretty fast. We want to put you on a forklift."
You're forklift certified?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Chad is forklift certified. You know what, ladies? Hey, ladies. You know he's forklift certified, right?
Ladies. Because I got my forklift certification, my RAM set, all of my construction shit. I got that from Job Corps. So they were like, "Yeah, we saw you have a forklift certification. We're gonna put you on a forklift and give you a pay raise." When I got to forklift, I was getting paid about $20 an hour doing that. So, and that was while I was living at that really shitty apartment that you came over.
I remember
that 2-bedroom apartment that I had. Yeah. I was doing fine. I would pop in an earbud, listen to some music, take pallets and on the forklift and put in places. One day I wake up, I see a text message on my phone. "Don't come in today, you're fired." So I call the agency that I talked to that got me the job. And I was like, "Hey, what's going on? What did I do?" Like, I was doing so well. I was busting ass. Like, I got promoted 3 times in 2 months. Like, what's up? And she's like, "I didn't hear about you getting fired. Let me look into this for you." I was like, "Okay, well, I got work in about 2 hours, so take your time." About an hour later, she calls me and says, "Yeah, they said that they fired you because you," and I quote, because that's what she said. She's like, and I quote, "You didn't smile enough."
Yeah?
I took a pause. I didn't say anything on the line for a solid 5 seconds. And you know that's a long time for people like us that work in a call center. 5-second dead air is like, a long time. And I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, that confused me too. And they won't take you back for some reason." And I said, "No worries. I'll walk in there myself and I'll talk to the boss." Drive over there.
Oh, I don't know about you guys. I am invested. Okay. Because you didn't. Okay, go off.
I drive over there. My card still worked. Scanned it. The guy at the front, who is like the security guard to make sure that you don't bring anything weird in, He's like, hey, Abbyel. I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, he tells me, so your card still works, huh? And I was like, yeah, shouldn't it? He's like, well, they told me you were fired. And I was like, well, clearly I'm not. Scanned it, and he's like, yeah, you're good to go. As long as the card works, I don't care. So I walk through, and then I turn back around, and I'm like, hey, where's the boss's office? Because I've never been to the actual like boss of the place.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, I can take you there. So he takes me there. Yes, Dev, I do own an air fryer.
I was wondering, okay, two things. One is in regards to what you're saying. One is in regards to your chat. I was looking at that for forever, and I was like, when the fuck are you going to say something? Two,
I do have an air fryer, and it's a very fancy-ass air fryer.
I need to get a new one. Two, I remember working at Foot Locker at a very down point in my life. One I will not talk about on stream. I don't know if I've told you about it, though. I might have.
I think you have.
Mm-hmm. And I did not, like, literally, my job was I go in, do my job, I put on my headphones.
Yeah.
I didn't say shit to anybody.
And then you leave.
And then I leave. There was a guy, the only person I talked to him because he was cool. But he also gave me a ride. That's it. That is the one person I talked to ever. And he also approached me because I was sitting awkwardly by myself in that little break area. But the fact that they told you because you did not smile enough, that's where I'm invested. So go on.
So ask the guy, hey, can you take me to the boss's office? I just want to talk to him. He's like, yeah, he just got in actually. I'll take you there. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Takes me in. Takes me upstairs. Leads me over to the boss's office. And I was like, actually, before you take me to the boss's office, can you point me over to HR?
Okay.
And he says, yeah, actually, HR is right around the corner. I was like, okay, cool. Go talk to HR or go over to HR. And I was like, hey, can you come with me for a second? I need to talk to you and the boss. And she was like, yeah, sure. So she comes with me. We go over to the boss's office, knock on the door. He says, come in. We sit down. And I sit there and I'm like, so I got a text message this morning saying, don't come in, you're fired. That's all it said. From an unknown number, because I didn't have this person's number.
Mm-hmm.
And my boss was like, yeah, we let go of a lot of people today. And I was like, can I ask why? Because if you look at my file, pull it up on your computer or whatever file you have of me, you can see that I've busted my ass for this place and I've gotten promoted 3 times in the last 2 months. What's up? I want to know what's going on. I want to know what I did wrong, and maybe if we can rectify this because I like working here. And then he said, actually, let me go get the manager that gave me all of the papers for the people that are being fired. It's like, okay, I'll wait. 5 minutes later,
there's a lot of waiting in the story.
Yeah. Mainly because I wanted to keep my calm. I didn't want to like yell at anybody during this whole thing.
You handle that like exactly how I would handle it too. I would probably do a lot of like a foot tapping, but I would be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I didn't even look at my phone. I just sat there and I was like, just hanging out. So waiting for this person to come around, and she finally comes around, and I'm like, that's not my boss. And he was like, oh, yeah, as of 2 days ago, she's officially your new manager. I'm like, so you're telling me the boss, my manager that I never met, just fired a bunch of people that they've never met? He was like, yeah. I said, okay. And I look at this manager. I'm like, can I ask what you did before this? Before you became a manager here? And she's like, oh, yeah, I was in the military. And I said, that is all I need to know. Thank you very much. You can go back to doing your job. I just want to talk to the boss and talk to HR. And my boss, or I believe the main boss for the entire facility, was black.
Okay.
The HR lady, I believe, was Hispanic, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
The security guard was mixed. They were all standing here.
I think I remember the security guard, unless they changed them between you and me.
There was a couple. There was mostly white security guards.
I don't remember any white security guards.
At least my shift, there was mostly white security guards. But there was one mixed guy. So security guard, HR, and the boss. And I say, you see what's happening, right? My boss is like, no, what's going on? You have a racist manager. I know exactly who she fired because we all have a group chat together. All of the people that she fired were people of color or Latin or Asian.
What was that? What race is the new manager?
White. She was white, came from the military, and she had a Karen-ass blonde haircut. And she was like 5'2". Of
course she was. 5'2".
Yeah,
that's crazy. You were telling her, Abbyel.
Yeah, I know, right? So my boss was like, "So you're accusing the new manager of discrimination?"
You're goddamn
said,
right.
Yes, I am accusing the manager of discrimination, and I have the proof for it. Me and everybody else that got fired made a group chat. We're all not white. Every single one of us that she let go are not white. Two of them, by the way, two of the people that got fired were Puerto Rican, and they lived under me at my apartment building. They had just moved to the United States from Puerto Rico, barely knew any English, just knew enough just to get by. They were literally starting their lives. Crazy. They worked there maybe 2 weeks. And this Karen-ass ex-soldier walks in and says, I want to clear everybody out that's not white. Talked to my boss about it, and he's like, okay, we'll look into this. And I was like, I mean, you don't have to look too much into it. We can go into the warehouse right now, and I bet you every single one of those people that she has working down there is white. I 100% guarantee it. So we go down there. We go down to the warehouse. Not a single person of color was down there. Not a single black person, Asian, Latin, whatever. All white. And insanity. They were actually the worst of the crew.
Of course they were. Of course they were.
It should have been 4 hours into my shift already. Not a single one of those people were over 500 boxes. 4 hours into my shift, I would have had my 3,000. Not a single one of those people were people of color.
What year did you end up working at Foot Locker? Do you remember?
So it was definitely after 2016.
Okay, because I think I worked in there at on somewhere around 2016.
It was definitely like 2017-ish. 17, 18, somewhere around there.
Okay, it was definitely after I was no longer there anymore. I was curious because I was like, damn, when did this happen?
Yeah, this was, I remember you talking about working there too. This was definitely after. So yeah, we go through all this rigmarole, all this bullshit. I point out, not white, not white, not white. Guy on the forklift, not white.
You say they were not white? You mean
all these people that were working there that were the people that didn't get fired were all white.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I was gonna say you were confusing. You were mixing yourself up a little.
My bad. Everybody that was working there at the time where I was pointing it out, they were white. Everybody was white.
That almost made you sound racist. That's crazy.
No. There was not a person of color around. And my boss looked at me and he was like, okay, we're gonna have an investigation of this. We're gonna look into this. And I was like, okay, well, what do I do in the meantime? Because as of right now, I don't have a job. Like, so are you gonna give me my job back, or maybe put me in a different department, or what's up?
You know what's crazy? I learned that if someone just fires you without any reason, you can actually get unemployment off of that.
Yeah, it's a little tricky in Kansas though.
Oh,
but,
really? It's a lot easier in Texas.
in Kansas, they have the right to fire. They can just fire you for whatever reason. Which is where a lot of these racist people pop up at, where it's like, hey, yo, I'm white and I don't want you here.
You need to get, one, you need to hydrate. Two, you definitely, you probably definitely need to come to Texas. What's crazy is that the part of Kansas that we were in JC, we were, I guess you've moved, you're not in JC anymore, was a lot, there was a lot more diversity there, which is insane.
Yeah. It was because of the base, military base that was there. Mm-hmm. So I tell him, so what am I going to do? Because as of right now, you guys have me fired in the system along with like 40 other people.
A lot. Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, we can, for now, move you over to the other department while we figure this out. Because if this is what's going on, then we don't want you working for someone that is obviously racist. And I was like, that's perfectly fine as long as I'm still getting what I'm paid and I have a job. So they switched me over to the one where you put boxes on the shoe boxes on the thing and it takes it away. And then you like take the cardboard boxes and toss them into this chute. It was, I don't know what it was. I don't remember what it was called. Basically, you take this big cardboard box and it had shoe boxes in it, and you take those shoe boxes out and you put it on this conveyor belt that takes it down somewhere else.
I feel like that might have been where I was. Is that Tilt Tray?
Tilt Tray, yes. Yep, Tilt Tray. Yep, that was where I was at.
I feel like that's definitely just the default. We're gonna throw you here area.
Yeah. So I got put over there. 2 weeks later, they were like, "Yeah, we figured it out. You were right, but we can't give you your job back
because
they during the time that they took to like remedy the situation, they had given everybody's jobs away." All 40 something people that they fired, they already hired new people because the numbers were so bad from the firing that they had to mass hire, and they gave all of our jobs away. And I was like, so you're telling me I'm gonna stay on Tilt Tray when you know I'm a damn good forklifter? And they're like, yeah, unfortunately you're gonna have to stay at Tilt Tray until something opens up. And I'm like, no thanks, see you later. That's when I quit. So yeah, I've experienced my fair share of racist work environments.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's especially living in the middle of America where you get a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. Which is why which is why I'm surprised, because I feel like there's just so much diversity. But there's an interesting amount of diversity here. Like I still feel like, black people are kind of in a minority, but there's like a lot of Hispanic like diversity here for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're a lot closer to Mexico. It really makes me miss New York, because New York was, oh my god, you could walk around a corner and see every fucking race.
Oh yeah,
like everybody was just fucking hanging out. It makes me miss New York.
I can imagine,
yeah. Like when I was working in New York, I was working at a deli, like a classic mom and pop New York deli. that also made like homemade sandwiches. I remember working there, and I would meet everybody of all races, like fucking pure Italians that you would think are straight from the fucking mafia. Like, you would meet like Hispanics that live like down the street, and they would come in from their construction jobs and be like, "Hey, can I get a sandwich?" And be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll make you one."
Yeah.
Like all sorts of people, man. Like it makes me really miss New York. Big cities like that, because I mean that city was one of the first cities, right? Like one of the like the big melting pot.
Was it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, New York City. I mean, it may not have been the first city, but it was the first city of its kind.
Yeah.
Like that's that's why the Statue of Liberty is there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the main center of the melting pot. Like that's, I believe that's what the Statue of Liberty's book is about, is a melting pot or something like that.
Yeah.
Everybody comes to New York. That's where people would immigrate to from overseas. That's why you have a little bit of everything there. You get Italians, you get Hispanics, Black people, a bunch of Koreans. You had Chinatown over there.
Yeah, that's true. There is a lot of. Honestly, I'm just. That's awesome. That's really awesome. I don't know. I'm always a big fan of like just diversity, and just being able to just see all kinds of people of all kinds of backgrounds, being able to just interact with each other and not be at each other's throat. I think that's the one.
We're all human, dude.
Exactly. I think that's the one takeaway from this entire podcast, where we just have to remember that we, at the end of the day, I've said it 1,000 times, we all bleed the same blood, regardless of backgrounds and stuff like that. We're all human at the end of the day. There's no reason to be at each other's throats all the time. So we shouldn't have to always be so combative over every little thing. Yes, we 100% should fight for what we believe in, but it does not mean we have to fucking decapitate the people that we're trying to, that we're trying to talk to in order to get that message across, right?
It's like the saying, I mean, it's a weird saying to be comparing, but like it's the saying like, don't bite the hand that feeds. It's kind of the same thing.
Kind of, yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. Don't in my mind, it's more like we're all humans. Why would you want to fight each other? We're living in the same fucking planet.
Exactly. There's a part of humanity that just refuses to evolve.
Now, if you're from fucking Mars, get the fuck out! Get out!
You're ruining our whole concept of everything. I honestly think, Abbyel, this might be our longest episode podcast.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not against it, honestly. Yeah, Abbyel over here is apparently racist against Martians.
Fuck Martians. Nah, I'm joking.
That's crazy.
For those of you that know me, you know I love outer space like to fucking death.
Yeah, Abbyel's racist against my fucking one of the coolest DC characters, Martian Manhunter. I think we've really just exhausted a lot of stuff, unless you can think of anything else. We went through all of the fucking potentially, like, the things that might potentially get us canceled. We had a lot of good, like, stories. I still want to. I do still say I still want to get Hogwarts Legacy, regardless of what people think. I'll also say none of this ever swayed my opinion. Anything else that you want to say before anything?
Love each other, man. We're all gonna die the big heat death in the end anyway.
That's true. Oh, speaking of love, did you end up doing anything for Valentine's Day?
Nope. I worked.
I mean, I did too, but I ended up making myself a nice steak dinner.
Valentine's Day was technically my Friday.
Okay.
I mean, I snuck away for a bit from home, so, but I didn't really do anything too big.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I have an outro.
You have an intro and an outro?
I only have one outro though.
That's fair. I've already played. Like this is the part of the editing where music's already playing, like at a dull roar. So go ahead and pop up with the outro.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we enjoyed rambling on about nothing. Remember, sometimes it's the journey, not the destination, and that's what this podcast is all about. We may not have covered any specific topics or had any particular agenda as we usually do, but we hope that we were able to provide you with some entertainment, insight, or even just a moment of distraction from your day. So if you enjoyed the show, please sub, rate, review, like, whatever. And if you have any thoughts, feedback, or ideas for future episodes, we'd love to hear them. Hang out in the chat on Twitch. You can find us on social medias. We both have Twitters. I believe yours is at 5Uber.
Yep, at 5. No, it's at 5UberPone2.
And mine is at NitroO. We'll have all that down in the description. As well as our respective YouTube channels, which will also be down into the descriptions, both on our Twitch channels, and I believe on our Twitters we have our YouTubes connected, yeah, in our bios. I have mine connected.
Yeah, I got mine connected.
Yeah. So yeah, until next time, keep on rambling, ramblers.
Wait, Dev got some feedback. He said y'all still ain't kiss, man. You'll have to subscribe to the super secret content of that one.
You'll have to subscribe to the super secret Patreon for that.
Yeah, the one that's very much up and definitely in the description.
Somewhere down there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have to work on that outro a little bit. I ad-libbed a little bit there to blend it.
It sounded like an outro.
Like I ad-libbed it to fit more to what we had going on today because we did go a little political. So. But yeah.
I would say, is this the part? Are we still recording? Are we still doing this? Or was that the outro part of it? No, fuck it. This is the part where we ramble on the outro. We'll be a lot cleaner about it next time.
Yeah, I'll clean it up. Maybe make it a little shorter. That intro was a little long. Or that outro was a little long.
That means you're in charge of the outro and the intro.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Dev. Yeah, so yeah, everybody have a good day. This is our Sunday, so whatever day you're listening to, hope you have a good rest of the week. St. Patty's Day is coming up. Let's fucking go! So yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Hopefully 2 weeks. Maybe 3 if we're lucky.
Yeah, 2 weeks, 3 maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Wear green. or Takata's suing.
Or don't, and I'll give you the peach.
The peach. Oh! Quick shout out.
The music's
Hold on, I forgot. Hold on.
Okay.
If anyone knows where I can get PlayStation 2 video games for cheap, please comment. Thank you.
Or DM Abbyel. Bye.
Or DM me. Bye.
Have you still not found your Steam Block Chronicles?
No.